All right, we've got more similar polygons. So if two polygons are similar, what must be true? Well, corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are proportional. So let's take a look at example 1. It says, use the similar figures below to answer the questions that follow. What must be true about the angles? Well, the angles are going to be congruent. And what must be true about the sides? They are proportional. Okay, so let's talk about a scale factor. The scale factor are the new numbers divided by the old. So in example 2, it says, what is the scale factor of quadrilateral ABCD to quadrilateral EFGH? Well, if we look at quadrilateral and it says ABCD to quadrilateral EFGH, this is the old and this is the new. So the old, let's just take one side and let's take this side AB and compare it to this side EF. Well, the old side is 5, and so that would be in the denominator. The new side is 2.5. Well, that reduces to a half. So the scale factor, you would have to multiply 5 times 1/2 to get the 2.5. Show that the ratio of the perimeters is the same as the scale factor. Well, I need to figure out what my perimeters are. Let's go ahead and add up the old sides. So I'm going to add, let's see, 5 plus 10 plus 8 plus 6. This is the old figure, and so 15 plus 14 is 29. Now, let's take a look at the new figure. If I add up the side lengths, 2.5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3, 7.5 plus 7, well, that gives me 14.5. We can see the new over the old is the same scale factor. Now, what is the scale factor of quadrilateral EFGH to ABCD? So now this guy is the old and this guy is the new. And so we want to put the new on top of the old. So the new would be the bigger figure over the old. And so 5 over 2.5 would equal to 2. It's just the reciprocal of the problem that we worked in example 2. Let's take a look at another example. It says, determine if the figures are similar and justify your answer. All right, so if these figures are similar, we're going to have the same proportion for every side. So let's start with just this side. Okay, so let's take the new divided by the old, and that reduces to 2 over 3. Now let's take another side. The new over the old, well, that guy is already 2 over 3. And then the last one, the new over the old, 12 over 18. I can divide both of these by 6, and that gives me 2 over 3. So yes, these are proportional, they are similar, and the proportion is 2/3. Example 6, use the similar figures below to answer the questions that follow. So let's start with this guy, quadrilateral EFGH. So I'm going to start with E to F to G to H. That's the order I go. So that's going to be similar to A to B to C to D. A to B to C to D. You notice we went in the same order. What is their scale factor? Well, let's see. If I want the scale factor, I'm going to have the new over the old. So let's take a nice easy side. Well, what can we do? The only side we can really work with is this guy. So the new over the old, so 10 over 2.5. Well, that reduces to 4. So then let's find the following. All right, so the scale factor is 4 for every side. So if I want to find what x is, and I want to get back to the old figure, I've got to divide by 4. And so x would be 3, because 12 divided by 4 is 3. All right, my y value, let's see. I'm going from 3 to the y value. I would need to multiply by the scale factor. So 3 times 4, and this guy would equal 12. And the last one, if I'm starting at 5 and I'm going to z, it's going to be 5 divided by 4. And, well, I guess we can leave it as a decimal. That's going to be 1.25. Example 7, use the similar figures below to answer the questions that follow. Find the scale factor of the polygon. Now it's starting with R, S, T, U, and V. So this is the direction I'm going. And it's going to A, B, C, D, and E. So we followed the same path. Well, let's take one of the sides that we can figure. How about these two? I'm going to have the new over the old. And so that reduces to 2/9. So if I want to find the values of x, okay, so I'm going from the new to the old. I've got to multiply by the reciprocal. Let me work this one a little different. I'm going to go ahead and set up the proportion. So in this case, I'll have 3 over x is equal to, well, 2 over 9. I can cross multiply. 2x is equal to 27, and x is going to equal to 13.5. If I want to solve for y, let's go ahead and set up also a proportion. So how about the new over the old? 5 over y plus 2 is equal to 2 over 9. Cross multiply. So 5 times 9 is 45 is equal to 2 times y plus 2. Distribute, combine your like terms. Take away a 4 on both sides. Let me move my work over here. How about 41 is equal to 2y, and divide both sides by 2. Y is going to equal 20.5. Example 8, we have quadrilateral. Let's start with A, B, C, and D. We're going in this direction. Is similar to quadrilateral E, F, G, and H. Answer the following questions. All right, so let's go ahead and figure out what angle is measure of angle E equal to. Well, E is going to be congruent to angle A, and angle A is 60 degrees. The measure of angle G is going to be congruent, well, that's just given, 90 degrees. We don't even have to figure that. Measure of angle B. B is going to be similar to angle F, so that guy's 100 degrees. And the last one, the measure of angle H. H, well, let's see. We know that the angles in a quadrilateral are going to be, let's see, let's figure this out. I take 100 plus the 90 degree plus the 60 degree, that's going to be 250. 4 angles in a quadrilateral will add to 360. If I subtract 250 from 360, that gives me 110 degrees. And so the measure of angle H is 110. Okay, so let's find the following, EH. So first we've got to figure out, well, what's my scale factor? From my new to my old. Okay, so the new over the old, we've got these two numbers, and that's going to equal 3. So my scale factor is 3. Now I can find the following, E to H. All right, so let's see. E to H, that is going to be new to old is equal to the scale factor, 3 over 1. That's the same thing as this guy, right? Okay, so if I cross multiply, well, 3 times 5 is 15 is equal to X. Now let's do BC. So I'm trying to find BC. So let's see, I've got my new over the old. The old is the value that I'm missing right here, is equal to the scale factor. So if I cross multiply and divide, 3x is equal to 9, so x is equal to 3. One more problem, AB. So AB is this guy on top, and I want to do new over old. This guy is my missing part, is equal to the scale factor. And if I cross multiply, I get 21 is equal to 3x, divide, and we get 7. Okay, I think it's time